That cool, refreshing feeling of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum puts a sparkle in your eye, a spring in your step, and makes things lots of fun.
It's that little lift from Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It's that little lift. Come on and get you some.
That clean, fresh taste Wrigley's Spearmint's got. That little lift that means a lot.
It's that little lift from Wrigley's Spearmint Gum.
A commitment to local news.
What's the latest on this story?
For Eyewitness 12 News anchorman Nick Clooney, that's more than just a phrase. It's how he does business.
I think it's worth our checking out.
That's because after nearly a lifetime in the tri-state, Nick Clooney knows what news is important to you. The news right here at home.
That still sounds like a bribe to me, and I think we ought to do the story.
Nick Clooney and Eyewitness 12 News. They get involved.
Announcing Steinberg's incredible year-end markdown savings, where you'll save on hundreds of TVs, stereos, home appliances, video, and much, much more. And the savings are spectacular in every store. Like this Tappan microwave oven with automatic precision timer, just $99. And this 6-event, 14-day programmable VHS VCR with wireless remote, just $248. Steinberg's year-end markdown savings. If you want to save, hurry. When the year ends December 31st, so do the savings.
Some plastic wraps seem to have a mind of their own. So get the one that cleans where it's supposed to clean. Get Reynolds plastic wrap before yours gets out of hand.
Use Reynolds Wrap to freeze. Reynolds Wrap wraps right. Fights freeze or burn, you're gonna learn how Reynolds Wrap can freeze. Takes the cold, takes the heat from casseroles to dinner meat. Use Reynolds Wrap to freeze.
Coming up next on Eyewitness 12 News, it is Christmas. The city and the world are celebrating.
A Covington church ravaged by tornado and fire gives thanks on this Christmas day. I'm Stephen Langford, and I'll have that story.
The Salvation Army offers a little warmth to those out in the cold this Christmas. I'm John Johnston, and I'll have that story.
Cincinnati's getting a Christmas present from the Orient, an epidemic. I'm Dr. John Vester, and I'll have that story.
Terrific, Doctor. These lingering low clouds that have been stuffed into our Christmas stockings getting tough to pull out.
And in the world of sports, a former Norwood star is now a Hall of Famer. We'll have a live report.
This is Eyewitness 12 News for Christmas Day, 1986.
Jim Dixon Lincoln Mercury Mercure has made it easy to purchase a new car between now and the end of this year before the tax benefits are gone. Purchase a new Lynx and receive a special factory finance rate of 3.9% or a $300 factory rebate immediately. Jim Dixon has also obtained a special bank lease rate until December 31st only. Because of this special rate, you can obtain a new Mercury or Lincoln at a payment you can afford. Extra cars have been ordered, so hurry to Jim Dixon today while the selection is good. That's Jim Dixon Lincoln Mercury Mercure, Route 4, Fairfield.
If Santa didn't bring it, you'll find it at Elder Bierman's after Christmas sale and clearance. Save 25 to 50% on Mrs. and Junior sportswear and winter coats, jewelry, hosiery, men's accessories, and more. Save 1/2 on Christmas cards, too. Plus, take an additional 25% off already reduced merchandise identified by 98-cent endings at Elder Bierman's Christmas Clover Days, Friday through next Thursday. Elder Bierman will cheerfully exchange your gifts, too. Don't miss the after Christmas sale and Christmas Clover Days at Elder Bierman.
Schweppes presents another big hit on ice for the holidays.
The Schweppes Invitational College Hockey Tournament at Riverfront Coliseum. See major college hockey at its best as Ohio State and Miami host Princeton and Alaska Anchorage in 4 action-packed games. Tickets are on sale now at the Coliseum drive-up ticket window and all Ticketron outlets. The Schweppes Invitational College Hockey Tournament, December 27th and 28th.
Here come the brides to the Greater Cincinnati Bridal Show and Exposition, January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the Convention Center. Joining together everything you need to make your special day the happiest day ever. Build your tradition of love and happiness at the Greater Cincinnati Bridal Show and Exposition. Here come the brides to the Greater Cincinnati Bridal Show and Exposition. For tickets and information, call 984-4589.
You're watching WKRC TV, Channel 12, Cincinnati. This is Eyewitness 12 News. with anchorman Nick Clooney, weather with Eric Warren, and sports with Don Burrows.
Good evening, I'm Rob Braun in for Nick Clooney, who's off tonight. Merry Christmas to you. This has been a traditional holiday in our community. Santa made his yearly visit to the young people, dropping off gifts which were quickly snatched up and opened with glee. And it's been a holy day for many, President and Mrs. Reagan included. They made their appearance at the White House and wished the nation a very happy and spirited holiday. In our area, the spirit of Christmas has been shown by many people time and again this year, but not like the parish of the Mother of God Church in northern Kentucky. They saw their house of worship burn earlier this year. But this Christmas, like the flight of the Phoenix, it has emerged from its own ashes. Eyewitness 12's Stephen Langford reports.
At Mother of God Church, they've taken the painful scars from a fire that nearly destroyed their building and turned them into a giant symbol of healing, a Christmas tree of hope.
We're trying our best to turn bad news into good news at a beautiful time of the year. When they come in and see that gigantic Christmas tree of lights in the scaffolding here, they break into smiles. It's something to watch. It always happens.
It's been a badly needed bit of cheer for this congregation. In March, a tornado nearly ripped the top off this 116-year-old church. Then in September, exactly 3 months ago today, a spark from repair work to the dome triggered a fire. But instead of dwelling on tragedy, Christmas Day here is an occasion to give thanks and a time to be grateful for all the help others have offered.
It has been one of those things that makes you see the silver lining very easily.
The chairs people here are sitting on were all donated by Baptists, by Episcopalians, by Presbyterians. Father Hartman says the generosity of so many has made the past few months a most rewarding time.
So many people that were not connected to us by obvious lines of family or faith have been extremely caring. People of other churches, we've had so many warm-hearted overtures of help and solidarity and encouragement.
Meanwhile, repair work continues, the hope being that by next Christmas, Mother of God Church will be restored to its once proud state. Stephen Langford, Eyewitness 12 News, Covington.
The traditional Santa made his appearance at Good Samaritan Hospital this Christmas. Today, as he has for the past several years, Dr. Stuart Friedman slipped into one of Santa's costumes to help out on St. Nick. He delivered newborn babies from the nursery to their mothers for Christmas visits, and the nurses at Good Sam have a tradition of their own. They dress the babies in swaddling clothing, so to speak, before those visits. If you ever doubted the existence of Santa Claus, you should have been in downtown Cincinnati today. Eyewitness 12's Howard Ain has details.
No, it doesn't look like a red sleigh pulled by 8 tiny reindeer. The occupants of this silver Volvo were Santa Claus nevertheless to many Cincinnatians today.
Looks like you're going to have a good Christmas this year now? Well, okay, you know, God loves everybody, and we're all out here trying to help. Trying to show people Christmas spirit isn't just like talking about it. You know, some people want to do something.
So Mr. Murdoch drove around town with other members of an over-the-Rhine church called Living Word Love Center. They passed out blankets, shoes, and food to the needy people they found.
I think it's a good thing to help the needy. That's what Christmas is all about.
We have a green vegetable, something yellow, a can opener, canned meat, and blankets. And a little Gospel of John that we pass out for them to read.
We're trying to show the world now that it's time that everybody stands up and realizes, just like it says in the Bible, when you help those who don't have, you know, you're helping Christ directly.
In addition to finding needy people on the streets, the church bussed in van loads of people and ended up feeding about 600 a nice Christmas dinner. A dinner is something several churches and organizations do at Christmas time, but we've rarely seen this giving spirit extended out into the streets like this. to people who might otherwise not have a very Merry Christmas, like this family that received food, blankets, and shoes for their children. Did you have a lot of items that you got for Christmas today?
No, not too many.
So this can come in handy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Have a nice
Merry
day.
Christmas. Who says there's no such thing as Santa Claus? Don't tell that to the many people downtown today who received the joy and blessing of Christmas. Howard A. and Eyewitness 12 News.
All, however, is not well on this Christmas Day. There has been a shocking act of terrorism in the Middle East. We'll tell you about that and the rest of today's international news coming up next. And Glenn Ryle tells us if it will ever look a lot like Christmas as Eyewitness 12 News continues.
DevCon Honda, the Tri-State's #1 Honda dealer, will open your eyes this holiday season with tremendous savings on the newer used Honda of your choice. Over 200 affordable Civics, luxurious Accords, sporty Preludes, and late model used cars are available now. Each one is priced to bring you joy this Christmas season and for many more seasons to come. Open your eyes to unbelievable savings at DevCon Honda, Route 4, Fairfield.
Announcing Steinberg's incredible year-end markdown savings, where you'll save on hundreds of TVs, stereos, home appliances, video, and much, much more. And the savings are spectacular in every store. Like this 13-inch Zenith portable color TV with Chroma Sharp picture tube, just $177. And this Hotpoint 13.4 cubic foot two-door energy-efficient refrigerator freezer, just $378. Steinberg's year-end markdown savings. If you want to save, hurry. When the year ends December 31st, so do the savings.
When it comes to beef and cheese, you don't get anything different at burger restaurants. But at Arby's you do. Delicious roast beef with cheddar cheese sauce or Swiss with peppers and onions. So don't say, say Arby's beef and cheddar or Philly beef and Swiss and taste the difference.
It's here, Cincinnati. Arby's famous beef and cheddar sandwich is just $1.25 now through December 28th. Taste the difference, only at Arby's.
Your Pontiac Pacesetters present the hottest week of the year to buy a hot-selling Pontiac. Now through December 31st, it's a year-end blowout. Your last chance to save $775 with no-charge air conditioning on new 87 Pontiacs. Your last chance for tax write-offs to save hundreds more. Your last chance for GMAC lease savings up to $3,400. Now at Countryside, Veer, Hageman, Mike Higgins, Hurst, Morrison, Pride, or Tim Timberman Pontiac. Hurry to our year-end blowout.
There is violence this Christmas Day in the Middle East. Reports from Saudi Arabia say an Iraqi jetliner was hijacked today and blown up in midair. The plane crashed to the ground and burned. The tragic death toll, 62 people were killed and dozens more injured. The Saudis say there were at least 100 people on board and the plane was attacked. Or rather, there were 100 people on board when the plane was attacked. The plane was en route from Amman, Jordan, from Baghdad, Iraq, when it was hijacked shortly after takeoff. No one knows why the hijacking happened or who pulled it off. And in Lebanon today, there was more violence. Police there say a Libyan diplomat was shot to death by ambushers who fired on a Libyan embassy car in the Bekaa Valley. The slain diplomat has been identified as the financial attaché to the Libyan embassy in Syria. Another Libyan diplomat in the car escaped the machine gun attack unharmed. Freed hostage Ryle Cornea is spending his Christmas at home in France. He returned to his homeland today in a government plane. Cornea was freed by his Shiite Muslim captors yesterday after 9 months in captivity. 3 fellow French hostages remain in the hands of Lebanese captors right now. In New York City, police and citizens alike are wondering what became of the parents of a little child found wandering around a Brooklyn neighborhood. While she may be without a family tonight, she is not without friends. ABC's Tappy Phillips reports.
The little girl says her name is Mimosa, but she can't say what her last name is or where she lives. She was found on a street corner in the Sunset Park section of Brooklyn at 2:30 this morning. The little girl was standing on this corner shivering with cold. The night was windy and rainy, and she was soaked through. Next to her on the ground were a broken clock and a radio speaker. Orlando Cruz was on his way to his girlfriend's house when he saw her standing there.
I said, how can somebody do that to a kid on Christmas, you know? She looks like she was coming back from a party because she was nicely dressed and everything. Just like they abandoned her right there.
A transit cop who lives nearby dialed 911, and 2 officers took the terrified child to Lutheran Medical Center.
It was like a mini hurricane out there last night. She was yelling, "Mommy, Mommy." So we just quickly put her in the car and rushed to the hospital.
The officers felt sorry for the little girl, apparently all alone on Christmas, so they bought her some toys.
We got her a talking bear and a doll, and her favorite up there, serious, is the police car. The lights are going, and that's the one she's holding on to most.
Police still aren't sure why the little girl was left on the corner, but one neighbor said his wife heard a couple arguing shortly before the girl was found, and that the man had shouted, "Leave her." The little girl says her mother's name is Susie, but so far no one has come forward to claim the child. And on this Christmas, her only family are 2 compassionate cops and the hospital staff. In Brooklyn, I'm Tappy Phillips, Eyewitness News.
Rather odd story.
Odd story.
What's going on outside?
Not much. Rather boring. Really, the weather is really boring. There is just nothing to blow these low, scuddy kind of clouds out of here. You know, if you were flying, you'd stay on the ground, you know.
Same day after day, isn't it?
Yeah, and, you know, I was trying to think of when we saw the sun last, and I really cannot remember.
I can't either. It's been quite a while.
And AccuWeather feels that it's going to be at least Monday before we get a glimpse of the sun right now. But the sun is waiting at home. My son, Steve, his daughter Paula, the grandchildren, Erica, Stephanie, and Ashley are there.
You got everybody, huh?
Oh, that's not all. My daughter Cheryl and her husband John Essel are in from Seattle. All the great-grandmothers are there, so that house is really brightening. Ida Ray said to say hello. She loves you. You know.
Tell her I said
She said I made a wonderful bookend when you and Nick are here, so that's a 97-year-old philosophy working that way. You know how it is. Okay, it's going to be low, scuddy, kind of cloudy conditions. Right now, it's 37 degrees. That's our high for today. Our normal should have made it up to about 40. That's our average. Highs, record high, 66 back in 1893. Oh, Roger and I remember it well back there, 1893, yes. Overnight low, 34. Average temperature, 23. 2 below zero in 1980. Can't recall that one. Present temperature, 37 degrees. Relative humidity, 79%. The barometer, 30.07. It's on the rise. Winds out of the southwest to 10. And there has been just a trace of precipitation. River level, 28.3 feet. It's just about stationary, maybe rising a little slowly. Trying to figure out how to reverse those winds to send the Orient a little present from our neck of the woods. Satellite looks like this. From Iowa, eastern part of Iowa, all the way to the Atlantic seaboard, they're really socked in. I was talking to some of the fly guys a while ago. Clouds at 1,100 to 1,500 feet overcast, visibility about 6 miles, fog and haze, and some drizzle reported around the area. Watch the fog if you're traveling. It's going to be very, very slow in clearing out. Nothing to really move it out. Rest of the country, not too bad shape. Some rain coming ashore in the Pacific Northwest. Peer through the clouds, and it looks like this, kind of quiet out toward the west. Still no signs of any great punch to start moving through our area. This cold front up to the north contains just a little bit of snow around the eastern part of the Great Lakes. That's going to miss us and kind of skirt us to the north and move off to the northeast. High pressure should be dominating our area. It's a wimpy high pressure area just lingering down there. A few showers off the eastern Ohio up around the Great Lakes area, but so far just drizzle, light rain recorded after that torrent along the east coast yesterday around Hatteras, winds of 60 miles an hour, beach erosion all the way from the Carolinas up to New Jersey, heavy rains and snow up around New England area. Now, we get beyond that and we look into tomorrow. Now, we're going to have to watch people who are traveling, especially down around the Florida area. Not much of a change. Little front coming in on Pacific Northwest, and that could be in along about Sunday with the possibility of some rain. But a stationary front, low pressure, forming some rain in the Gulf of Mexico. The next couple of days around Florida and the southern part of Georgia might see some pretty hefty rains down around in that direction. Winds still coming around that high on the cool side, and we really aren't getting any great amount of warmth or anything to come through and wash those clouds out. Temperatures across the country, once again, 37 degrees, 81 down in Florida today. Forecast for tonight reads like this. It is, for the most part, in a word, cloudy. Low by morning of 31 degrees. Watch for a little bit of frost. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy on the chilly side, a high of 37. And for tomorrow night, cloudy with a low of 29 degrees. Do you remember 1893? No, you wouldn't.
Sorry to say I don't. This is the normal, though, right, for this kind of
Yeah,
time
we
of year?
should. Well, I think we should see a little more sun than we've been seeing lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 37, 40 degrees should be about a normal time.
Okay, thanks, Glenn. Well, even though Christmas is winding down, our long holiday weekend is just beginning. If you're looking for something to do entertainment-wise, our critic Roger Grooms previews what's being hailed as the movie of the year. Robert De Niro has a mission as Eyewitness 12 News continues.
It's Lazy Boy Showcase's biggest sale of the year. Only 6 days to save 20 to 50% on closeouts, overstocks, and scratch and dents. Summer at cost at your Lazy Boy Showcase shop now.
Hi, Joe Kroger, Bob Williams Ford, with our biggest end of the year sale in 25 years. Man, this is big. New 87s like this Escort, 3.9% financing or $300 cash back. Special deals on Tempos, Mustangs, T-Birds, Taurus, trucks, and your last chance to write off the sales tax. You save on taxes, equipment, lowest prices of the year at Bob Williams Ford, Montgomery Road across county. But remember, the sale ends closing time New Year's Eve.
Why don't you just get up and pull yourself together?
Mental illness is a disease that's often misread and misunderstood. So its victims wind up neglected, isolated. But mental illness can be treated once you learn to see the sickness. For an informative booklet, call the American Mental Health Fund.
Later tonight at 7, yes, Virginia, the mailman does work on Christmas Day. I'm Randy Little. I'll put that story in perspective on Eyewitness 12 at 7.
During McAlpin's 13th month sale, save $35 to $50 on Mrs. Better Wool Pancoats. Now $129 at McAlpin's.
At Famous Footwear, the year's last sale means you save up to an extra 50% in every department. But the sale ends when the year ends, so hurry.
$99 down, $99 a month. Step up to a new GMC truck or van during your GMC All-Star Truck Dealers Rate Reduction Days. Get a 1987 S15 for just $99 down and $99 a month at Greninger GMC or Holman GMC. Until Tuesday, December 30th, save on all GMC trucks and vans, like an S Jimmy 4x4 loaded with equipment for only $266 a month. Hurry, rate reduction days end at closing Tuesday, December 30th. Only at Holman GMC and Greninger GMC.
Merry Christmas from Northgate Mall. Stores open tomorrow at 10.
Firemen are just now leaving the scene of a tragic barn fire. There's no official word yet, but witnesses at the fire on Boomer Road in Green Township say 3 horses died in the blaze. They say, though 21 got out unharmed, fire officials say the barn is a total loss. They're still investigating what caused it. Christmas is more than a holiday season. It is a movie season. There are all kinds of films at the theaters these days. Some good, some, well, you're probably better off watching some reruns. One of the better ones, though, to hit the screen is The Mission. And Eyewitness 12's entertainment critic Roger Grooms gives us the lowdown. Roger?
It is excellent. Amidst a Christmas movie season of pregnant giant apes and unfunny amigos, The Mission, which opened today, is more than just a breath of fresh air. Jeremy Irons and Robert De Niro co-star in this movingly filmed, sometimes inspiring, and always intelligent look at a crisis of conscience and priorities in 18th century South America. 2 Jesuit priests, a saintly pacifist, that's Jeremy Irons, and a reformed slave trader, that's De Niro, try to protect the newly converted Guarani Indians from the Portuguese who wish to turn them into slaves. As you can see, some of these adventure scenes shot around Argentina's Iguazu Falls are quite spectacular. But The Mission is really a film about how civilization, quote unquote, can cheapen and destroy the innocent folk of the world. I'm afraid there are no happy endings here. The 2 priests in question are powerless to stop a church-state business deal which delivers the childlike and talented Indians into a horrible bondage. Ennio Morricone composed the wonderful musical score, some of which you just heard. Robert Bolt, who scripted Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago all those years ago, wrote the literate and poignant script, and the production team of David Putnam and Roland Joffé, who did The Killing Fields a couple of years ago, were at the helm. The Mission is quite controversial. It has but one point of view, but it's an honorable and challenging movie, and was it ever welcome at this time of the year, I think.
It looks very elaborate, the scenes do.
It is. There are some photographic moments that you're not ever going to have seen before.
Okay, thanks, Roger. Sports is next, and I'd like you to take a look at this guy. You might remember him when he was a sports star in our area, and in a minute, Walt Maher tells us about this Hall of Famer in a live interview. Stay with us.
Goodbye, Nissan.
Hello, savings.
This year-end sale just got greater.
This week, 3.9 at your Greater Cincinnati Nissan dealer. As low as 3.9 annual percentage rate on new hard body pickups. Or up to a whopping $800 cash back. Save over $1,460 with our $630 Value Plus package.
Citroën Economy, Maxima Luxury, the excitement, year-end discounts, lower payment, last chance for tax savings. Goodbye, Nissan.
Hello, savings at the Greater Cincinnati Nissan dealers.
Did you know that Valencia oranges are the best, most expensive juice oranges in the whole world? Florida Gold orange juice is the only one that's just Valencia. Did you know that the juice at your house is made with all kinds of oranges? If your mom knew what my mom knew, she'd buy Florida Gold too. I like an intelligent woman.
Florida Gold brand orange juice. It's not a blend of all kinds of oranges. It's pure Valencia.
Turfway Park is ready to run. The new Turfway Park. We're off and running. We're gonna run in the sun. Post time 1:30 p.m. through January 4th.
The attack of the monster car payments. 2.9 is history. Thousands of new car buyers missed their chance for low monthly payments. And now monster car payments loom on the horizon. Your reliable Minavols fight back with super low monthly payments. Drive an 87 Oldsmobile with Air and much more from just $149 a month. Drive a Cutlass Sierra with Air from $169 a month. You must take delivery by December 31st. Your reliable Minavols stamp out monster car payments. See us today.
Okay, Walter, solve the mystery. Who is this man?
Who is man? Well, he was a noted sports figure at Norwood High School back in the 50s, and he was a good one. He was back later with the UC Bearcats back when the 1961 when they had a championship team. We're going to meet him right now.
Okay.
Okay. There have been some outstanding high school athletes in the history of Cincinnati sports. The 6 new inductees in the 12th annual Buddy LaRosa High School Sports Hall of Fame, living testimony. The inductees are Nadine Wilson, 42 years in coaching, 21 league titles in volleyball at Madeira High School. A grand lady she is. She now lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dr. Howard Bellama, 3 sports star at Old Woodward High School. Roger Sigler, triple sports star at Taylor High. Bert Schlomer, a gold medal winner for St. X in the 30s. Joe Saunders, a great track star at Old Glendale High School. And Carl Bolden, who did it all as a Norwood High star. He played basketball and baseball, all city in both baseball and basketball his senior year. Bolden now was a member of that 1961 championship team for the University of Cincinnati Bearcats, and he is with us now for a live report. Merry Christmas, Carl.
Same to you, Walt. How are you?
Your thoughts on being inducted into the High School Sports Hall of Fame?
Well, it's a nice honor and a nice Christmas present. Anybody that plays high school athletics would like to be recognized in some way, some fashion, and there are a lot of famous athletes in this program in Buddy LaRosa's Hall of Fame. 77, I think, at this point, plus the 7 coming in this year. So it is a real honor and a real privilege to be pronounced in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're in some pretty good company there, that's to be sure, huh, Carl?
That's for sure.
Tell me, let's talk about basketball now. You know, nothing is being cussed or discussed any more than that 3-point rule on the college basketball scene. Your thoughts about that, coming from the old guard at UC?
Well, I wish they had the 3-point play when I was playing. It's made a big difference. It's not that far out. It's a lot of shots are taken beyond the top of the foul circle, and of course it's allowing the guard to be back more a part of the game than they have been for a long time. You know, I think it's a good thing. I think maybe they should move it back a little further, but I think that the 3-point play allows a team to catch up that may even be out of it with another minute to go. 2 3-point plays, you can be right back in the game. I like the rule. There's a lot of controversy. I know there's some bad things about it too. Maybe it should be moved back a little bit, but I do like the rule, and I wish I were still shooting jump shots with a 3-point play.
I know where you're coming from. Carl, I guess your fondest memories go back to 1961. National championship win with the Bearcats, the first of back-to-back titles, and a memorable moment it was, beating Ohio State in the finals. Your thoughts?
I suppose in my sports that was the biggest thing that happened for me. I have a lot of good memories in professional baseball. I mean, look at the record and say, well, the guy was 3-8. Can't have that many good memories, but there were a lot of good memories in baseball and a lot of good times. And the biggest memory was bringing that championship home to Cincinnati. And I hope we can get back to those days sometime soon. And I think Tony has a good program going over at UC, and we'll get there eventually.
Well, let me tell you, Carl, you represented Norwood, you represented Cincinnati too well. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and wish you the best for you and your wife. You have 3 children. You're account executive now with Prudential Base.
That's right.
We wish you the best. I want to thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home and share your thoughts on Christmas. This is a nice Christmas present, huh?
It's a great Christmas present, and thank you. Merry Christmas to you and everybody out there.
All right, Carl. See you around.
Thank you, Walt.
Thank you so much, Carl. Quite a guy, really.
He sure is. Congratulations to all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Walter. Back in a moment.
Coming up in the second half of the Eyewitness 12 News Hour, the Christmas spirit still flows through the tri-state as volunteers stretch out their hands to feed the hungry a holiday meal. Some of the homeless received not only shelter this Christmas, but presents as well. And families who couldn't share this holiday together reached out across the country anyway via AT&T. Plus, our medical expert warns how to avoid one unwelcome guest this holiday and flu season. These stories as the Eyewitness 12 News Hour continues.
Hello, I'm Jeff Weiler, speaking for the entire Jeff Weiler Dealer Group. And as you know, it's the end of the year, and we have to pay a tax on all of our inventory. But just as important is the new tax laws affecting your sales tax deductions and your interest deductions in 1987. What does all this mean? Simply buy a car this week at the Jeff Weiler year-end clearance sale at any of our 5 dealership locations. It saves me money to move the cars before January the 3rd, and it saves you a bunch. We'll be open until 10 o'clock every night, and every car and truck will have a sale price clearly marked on the windshield, just like this. If you're thinking of a new car or truck in the next 3 months, this is the time. Many cars have special finance rates, and some have factory rebates. Remember, all 5 Jeff Weiler dealerships are holding the sale. 4 dealerships located on Route 32. Jeff Weiler Nissan, Jeff Weiler Chevrolet Isuzu, Jeff Weiler Volkswagen, Countryside, Buick Olds and Pontiac, and on Beachmont Avenue, Jeff Weiler Chrysler Plymouth. 2,000 new and used cars and trucks on sale this week.
Introducing the fullest, thickest, fluffiest softness of any fabric softener. Introducing new Downy. The most softness, the fluffiest softness ever.
Our things are plenty soft.
But there's never been softness this fluffy. So fluffy you can actually see the difference. Downy towels fluff higher. New Downy softens best.
Fluffy.
New Downy, bursting with the fullest, thickest, fluffiest softness ever.
Much softer.
Smells good.
Only Downy's April Fresh, and now bursting with the fluffiest softness ever. New, brand new Downy, the softest, the fluffiest softness of any fabric softener ever.
As you. I took my biology degree and put it to work in the Peace Corps.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
You're watching WKRC TV, Channel 12, Cincinnati.
Welcome back to the News Hour and Merry Christmas. It's now 6 o'clock in the tri-state. By now, all of the presents have probably been opened. Most church services ended hours ago, and plenty of folks in the tri-state are sitting around a fire or a family dinner table counting their blessings this Christmas. Others, those who call city streets and shelters their homes, spent Christmas in a different way, but many of them are also counting their blessings because the true meaning of Christmas as a season of giving is alive and well in the tri-state. The Salvation Army opened its heart and kitchen to those less fortunate this Christmas. About 175 people were taken in from the cold and served a warm meal. Eyewitness 12's John Johnston reports.
Most of the faces are different, but the story stays the same every year, sadly. People who are surviving, not celebrating Christmas.
I didn't have no food at home last time. I come here.
Thank God that we got food to eat.
It means that if you don't have it, something to eat or something at home, you can come here, and you know you're welcome to.
The welcome here is from the Salvation Army. They offer those in the cold a warm meal and lend an ear.
People need people to talk to. And this is a place where lonely people can come and find that they're welcomed with open arms. They're welcomed and with a warm handshake and a hello, and we care about you.
About 45 volunteers cared enough to give part of their Christmas to serve those in need. Most said they received as much, if not more, in return.
A feeling of giving that makes me feel very good inside.
We've always given on Christmas Day to other folks. It's part of the Christmas spirit, I believe.
It has lifted my spirits, and I had a reason to come out today because of other people needed us.
Unfortunately, there will be a need again next Christmas. The efforts of the Salvation Army are always highly publicized during the holidays, but they work all year long. They say they have to keep up with their motto, need knows no season. John Johnston, Eyewitness 12 News.
Sense of giving is being shared all over the tri-state today. Senior citizens in Over the Rhine were treated to Christmas dinner this afternoon at the neighborhood senior center. The kitchen normally serves a noon feast to 100 to 200 people. Today was no different, as old friends gathered for a generous holiday meal there. Walnut Hills residents enjoyed a full-course meal at their own neighborhood kitchen. In addition to the Christmas dinner, Santa was on hand to pass out presents to the children. There were gifts for the adults as well. Generous donations of clothing were given to help the neighbors get through this winter. And across the river, Wiggs Restaurant catered to many of Covington's homeless. Policemen and detectives shed their uniforms and duties to help out in this big undertaking. It was a morning of opening Christmas presents at God's Shelter House in Riverside. 21 people, comprising 4 families, currently live at the house for homeless families. Director Carol Crabtree says the type of families who seek the shelter is changing.
We're seeing an increase in large families this year. We're seeing more children per family than we saw last year. We're seeing people that are suffering more from tragedies and situations that have come up, such as fires and things like that. And we're seeing still the long-term unemployment, people who are needing retraining, but we're seeing more children as part of the homeless population than we did before.
Mrs. Crabtree says the shelter is also seeing more elderly and disabled people as well. As Christians wind up their Christmas celebrations, Jews around the world are preparing for Hanukkah. We'll have that story next. And long-distance lines strung from the tri-state have sent plenty of holiday messages this day. The Eyewitness 12 News Hour continues in a moment.
Brian, thank you for calling AT&T. Merry Christmas.
It's Banner Buick's round-the-clock marathon sale with up to $625 cash back from GM with no dealer participation and 3.9% financing. Ends December 31st.
Save on all the gifts you give at the Shapley Outlet Center. Just scoot over to the Shapley Outlet Center on Kemper Road, dash into the Big Pink Factory, and enjoy the holiday savings.
Superior. 3 ways to a Superior year-end clearance sale, like a new Superior Celebrity over 100 in stock year-end savings starting at $138 per month from Superior Chevrolet on Spring Grove, or save on a Honda Accord, 30 to choose from and only $138 per month from Superior Honda, Spring Grove, and Mitchell. And don't miss the grand opening savings at our newest dealership, Superior Acura in Fairfield. Superior deals from your Superior dealers.
We'll remember Cincinnati Television History Week when once again we're visited by Glenn Ryle, Bob Shreve, Alan Wanda Lewis, and Mark Preston. 9 a.m. Let's get together.
Thank you for calling AT&T. Merry Christmas.
And a merry one it has been, not only for AT&T, but also for those who've realized that calling a loved one may indeed be the next best thing to being there. Cincinnati AT&T estimates this holiday will be the busiest of the year, with more than 34 million long-distance calls being dialed within the U.S. and overseas. Officials say in addition to holiday rates being low, they suggest dialing direct to save the most money. Christmas isn't the only religious holiday on the calendar this time of year, but it is the one that gets the most attention. Local Jews say they aren't bothered by that because Hanukkah is considered a minor celebration for their faith. Eyewitness 12's Beverly White has that story.
The
Bergen family of Amberley Village will celebrate Hanukkah